Good morning, everyone. Should be live at this point. Ooh, voice is a little bit raspy. I don't really speak until it's stream time. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're all doing good. Today we are going to do the test on the Xiao. Am I still zoomed in on this? Yes. So this micro, this is the RP2040. Not going to be using that. Need wireless comms for this. I don't know where the Xiao went. It's here somewhere. How's it going, ITT? You are right on time. Somewhere in this minefield is a Xiao microcontroller. I did order some stuff. Good morning, MT. Oh, nice. Okay, so Magic Arm. So let's see. Hang on a sec here. Let me get that for you. If we go, so I have a big 2x4 spanning across my workbench. If I go here and I go camera arm, so I use the webcam right now is being held on by one of these things. So they're not very expensive. It's just clamped to the 2x4 to the top. So that's what I use, but you probably need longer reach, so you need something like this. But beware that if you clamp to your work surface, you will forever be bound by vibrations when you touch your work surface. So ideally, you'd want like a floor stand or a wall stand, and then your work surface be floating, because as much you can buy as high quality arm as you want, but when it's longer, it'll sway, and if it's coupled to the work surface, you'll have those issues. Doing good still, working in adrenaline only, you expect to crash. Well, I hope not. So yeah, so something like this. It's just called the Magic Arm. They don't have to be expensive. Mine is not. I think I might have a couple of them. Probably have one. I've tried all sorts of stuff. So that's the webcam. My actual like DSLR, my filming camera, is bolted onto that 2x4 as well. However, it's just, I just made a custom mount for it out of plywood. So nothing special. I don't see my other arms, but actually, hold on. I'm gonna run to the other room. I'm sure I've got another arm here somewhere. Yeah, not that one. You get all sorts of stuff. Camera people, good morning, Locke, and good morning, Dirty. So yeah, you get all sorts of things. Just know that they're short. Those arms are not very long, and they don't have that much flexibility. Like, you can only really bend them in one major axis. Like, you'll have to, you know, I mean, you'll get it. Let me just see. Oh, God. Getting old means doing a groan every time you have to stretch or whatever. I also went on a kind of a long hike yesterday for health reasons, like for workout reasons. So you get these kinds of arms too, like infinitely flexible ones. They're okay, but they're not rigid. So there's that. Here's another infinitely flexible one. I definitely have another magic arm here somewhere, aside from the one that's holding the camera, but I can't find it at the moment. So, yeah. Selfie stick, very useful as well. Doing it for your guitars for VETS program, not trying to become a YouTuber. But the thing is, the principles apply. If you get something bouncy, your footage is unwatchable. I would advise, don't spend a shit ton of money. That's not what I mean. I would advise though to really think out your process. Have a thought. Do test filmings. Like do tests. All this stuff is like it's like a muscle you flex. The more you work at it, the better it'll be. And expect your first couple attempts to go wrong. You're going to be off camera. The other thing I noticed is zoom levels are incredibly important. You think, what the fuck is this? Oh, just another thing. You think that you are, zoomed in enough, and then you end up not zoomed in enough, or vice versa, or some parts you need to be zoomed in more than others. There are so many times that I've broken my own heart in the edit, because then you look back at your footage, you're like, am I going to redo this? And the answer usually for me is no. You got these kinds of arms too. So these are usually sold as GoPro mounts, so you got to be careful how you mount your thing. But these are semi-rigid. They're pretty good. So you use these. The only thing is you need to get really long ones to get enough motion, because as you can see, this is the max bend radius. So this is like the Lockline style. They're pretty good. It's going to be trial and error. I'm sorry to say it's going to be trial and error, but what I would strongly suggest is that you mount your camera on something solid, and then you do your work on something else solid. That is the big thing that I've learned, because like if I move my desk here, you guys aren't moving. That's just my desk. So I can bang on my desk. You're not getting vibration. But if I bang on my mount, look at this. See how horrible that is? No, it's okay. We're looking for a microcontroller anyway. That went missing. So yeah, I can bang on my desk and you guys don't feel that because the camera mount is decoupled from the work surface. And you'll laugh, but silly things like putting your guitar down will shake your table more than you realize, because all those movements are amplified in your long mounting solution. Also, if I would mount to the wall before I would mount to the ground, unless you're in the basement with a concrete floor or garage concrete floor, because walking around in your house will cause vibration in your camera mount as well. just shifting your weight on the floor, because all those actions are multiplied. Just my opinion, as the maritime Canadians would say. My opinion. So we've lost the microcontroller. Camera is connected to the ceiling, should be stable. Yeah. Yeah, decent, unless you you have people living upstairs. Like here, if my wife walks around on the main floor and my camera was coupled to the ceiling, I would definitely feel it. All houses in Canada, pretty much all houses in Canada, are timber construction. They're wood. So lots of flex there. You know what? Maybe we never had a Xiao microcontroller. Maybe it was all a dream. And we used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, putting pictures on my wall. Yeah, we lost the Xiao. Well, I ordered some more. I was a bit naughty. I went a little bit of a spending spree on AliExpress. What did I order? I ordered some cool stuff here. Let's, since I have nothing to show you guys, gonna go to AliExpress, gonna go to my orders, and I'll just pick out the cool stuff. Okay, so I ended up ordering this. So I ended up with some C3s. So I got these with the big antenna. Brick wall, nothing moves, okay. I also ended up, so I bought 3 of these. So yeah, it was about that. What did I pay? Oh my God, please AliExpress, can you be? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I paid 30 bucks because there's coupons and stuff. Then I bought a couple of these. So this is the S3. Very similar, but S3. Bit more expensive. And then, because there was discounts for spending more money, obviously, I got one of these. I've been curious about these. So we're going to get one in and see what's going on. Not a lot of I/O, but a lot of processing power. So this is actually 2 microcontrollers in one. It has the P4, but also the ESP32C6, so it has like a coprocessor. Really interesting on what I can do with this. It has graphics processing as well. Okay, so USB, OTG. Sorry, I gotta go turn off the spotlights here. It's freaking hurting my eyeballs. Okay, so you can have 2 cameras with this. USB OTG and then MIPI display. But it does like other stuff. Yeah, look at this. H.264 encoding. So we're gonna see what's up with this. Maybe we can get cameras to look good. We will see. Has Ethernet, has 3 USB-Cs. a speaker output, like so, as an amplifier built in. Not a lot of I/O though. Not a lot of I/O. I don't know what ES means. Not connected for that one. Yeah, you can access the C6 on a couple pins, but mostly this is the P4. Pretty interesting. Anyways, we're getting it in, and we'll see what it does. Waterproof switches for another thing. Fuses for. Oh no, cancel it. Okay, we're good. We're good. I ordered something, then I found it cheaper, so I ordered a different one. And then it still showed up, but it's because I canceled it. It's good. We're good. These guys, these are the Nintendo Tri-Wings. So hopefully I have the size I need to open up those nunchucks. It's a very big board, yeah. You like big boards and you can't lie. What else? A bunch of Wi-Fi adapters, the Hall Effect joysticks for this project. And I specifically got PS5 ones. These ones, PS5. So Hall Effect, no wipers. There'll have to be a calibration process when you first turn it on, but that's okay. So that's good. Wi-Fi dongle. Oh, I ordered some of these. You guys will think it's for the dumbest reason, but okay. So obviously, do you know what this is? This is an anti-static wrist strap. Why do you think I ordered this? Just take wild guesses, and I'll tell you if you're right. But I'm guessing you're not going to know what I'm going to use them for. Where the hell? Where could that microcontroller have gone? Insurance reasons, nope. Nope, but I like the spirit. You guys will never ever guess. I'd be very impressed if you guessed. The only time you slow down is to eat. Okay. You guys give up? I'm doing stuff. I'm still looking for the damn microcontroller. So, I bought this because I actually use one already. I use it on the treadmill because I always generate so much static electricity on the treadmill, and I get zapped, and I hate getting zapped, like hate it. I don't know why, but it feels always so painful to me to get static shocks. I hate it. And being a job where I slide in and out of cars all the time, every time the humidity is low, like in the fall, so mid-fall onwards, all winter, and you know, early spring, I would get so much static shocks. I freaking hate it. But all I did was I put a wire on the chassis of the treadmill, and then I just clip the anti-static strap to the treadmill, to that wire, and I wear it while I walk or run, and no static. It dissipates all the time. So, small price to pay. Very small price to pay. So that's what I use it for. And mine is getting a little grody. Your dog is staticky during this time of year. Zaps you every time you go pet him. Yeah, yeah. Yep. So that is what I use it for. And honestly, I'm glad they are very inexpensive. But I would totally pay much more for that if I had to. I think that is so worth it not to get freaking zapped every time. My wife thinks it's funny, by the way. She doesn't, for some reason, she can eat the shocks. It doesn't bother her at all to get static zaps and stuff like that. It bothers me big time. And like, honestly, I don't know if it's because I've got like body hair, right? Pretty furry individual, and it rubs on my clothes. I don't know if that makes it much worse. I don't know what the deal is. It sucks. I get zapped all the friggin' time, to the point where in winter I walk around with my keys in my pockets, and before I touch anything metal, I grab my keys tightly, like the metal part of my keys. I go like this, and then I'll go touch metal to discharge, and sometimes the arcs are like, I don't know, 5 millimeters across. It's insane how much static I generate. In the summer, not a big deal. Ottawa is like 8,000% humidity, so it really doesn't matter. But in winter, when the air is dry, it's insane. Yeah, I'm a bit of a hairy beast. What can I say? It's the European descent. It is what it is. Where I think I've honestly lost the Zhao. Oh, you know where it probably is? What an idiot. It's been plugged in this entire time. Yeah, look, I got the hairy knuckles. I don't know if you can still see my scar. Yeah, a little bit. This is when I severed my tendon here. This is why you can't be a mechanic forever. This injury put me out of work for over 6 months. Sucks. I was in a cast. I was also doing university full-time and working part-time, so I couldn't really afford to not work, so that was great. Okay, so the Zhao is here. We found it. It's at the end of the USB cable. Yeah, still rocking a beard. I don't trim it enough. It gets a little unruly before I trim it, but the reason is I hate the cleanup process. No, I haven't made a box yet. No, I think you're talking about the last controller project. And anyways, this, I wouldn't have put it away because we're still working on it. Yeah, I absolutely despise the cleanup process of shaving. Trim your beard down to a 4. Yeah, see, I'm so lazy that I will trim it down to like a 2, and then I'll look like a weirdo for like, I don't know, a couple days while it grows back, because it gives me a couple days more time before I have to trim my beard again. If I could, like, you know, people are getting hair transplants in Turkey. If I could pay money to freeze my facial hair in a certain state where it wouldn't grow any longer, it would just stay like that, I would pay, well, I can't afford good money, but I would in principle pay good money for that. Locke, that is a good question. I have a feeling that it has gotten better, but I quickly, like being a mechanic, you get injured all the time. So I have quickly learned to move in different ways. So let me do a check. Let me see if I can replicate it. Because I find myself picking my heel off the floor. I don't remember how to do it now. I mean, I don't feel it, but like honestly, when I'm bending over to grab stuff, it was so painful that I find myself now, I always kick my heel off the floor to not get that pain. So I don't know. I'll have to be aware of it and place my feet differently while I walk. Did you know what I did yesterday? I'm working on 2 massive undertakings for video series on my channel. So yesterday, I spent about maybe 6 hours, 7 hours, working on a series that you guys will be privy to soon, because I'm gonna have to make the videos soon. But I'm back in gear. I'm gonna do, yeah. I'm gonna be doing a video series on ESP Now. Because you know how complicated ESP Now is? This project is gonna use ESP Now, so it's gonna tie into this project directly. But yeah. You're supposed to be formed to avoid work injury. Oh, my sweet summer child. You cannot, in the construction trades, mechanics, plumbers, electricians, you will always get injuries no matter what. It's part of the job. You know, you have to pull down on pry bars with incredible force. There is heavy lifting and twisting and turning. It is, you can minimize them. You will never get away from it. You will never just like not bang your thumb on something. You know what I mean? Or not hit your head on something. It is very hard on your body. Very, very hard on your body. All right, let's see. Where's the... Don't even know what I'm doing here. Functions. We're going to do print. 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 Okay, good, good. All right, so we're going to do, this IDE is trashed here. Okay. Serial dot print. Joystick axis, and then input array 0. So that should work. And then serial dot print joystick y axis, and then serial dot print line input array 1. Even when you did copier services, cuts, punch steel parts like a scalpel, yeah. I'll tell you, cars are made with nice smooth surfaces where the driver touches. But as soon as you reach underneath a dash, it feels like all the metal bits are like this. So you're able to slide in easy, but then when you slide out, it scrapes all your skin off. It's horrible. I have, oh, here, I have an amplifier here. This is an example. Get out of there. Okay, I'm about to pull down my entire setup because I'm too lazy to move one wire. Okay. So this is an audio amp. This is from a Honda Odyssey, or something like that. So this is mounted underneath the dash. These, I don't know if you hear that. This is a knife edge because this is cut on a metal shear. You can cut, what should I cut with it? Like, you see what it did to the paper? So all these brackets, everything underneath the dash is razor sharp. And if you put on big construction gloves, you won't be able to fit in the area to go and put the bolt in this hole. Look where my arm has to rest to put the bolt in this hole. If you don't understand that mechanics have debilitating injuries at a massive multiplier more often than police officers, I don't know. I think, yeah. I think it's not known that mechanics have injuries, life-altering injuries, and deaths at a far higher rate than police officers. And yet, police officers get free coffee for their service. You know, no shade to police officers. Well, maybe a little shade sometimes. But yeah, it's crazy. Joystick. Joystick, click. It is insane. Cars were never really designed. No, They were designed to be assembled. They're they are one direction. Input array bracket 2 serial dot print trigger button. You should have more points in this case. I mean, society is not about points. Society doesn't give a shit about us. I'm not going to get started on the shit deal of being a mechanic. There are some positives. But yeah, you're going to get me going for a long time. Bumper button. You bought your mechanic coffee. Last time you were there, you dropped off home. Oh my God. I will say, in most cases, if you want VIP service, it'll cost you a single coffee. Most mechanics are so deprived of the thank yous of the customers that you can get, honestly, VIP service for bringing them in a coffee. Now, the worst thing you can do is buy your mechanic a coffee and leave it with the service advisor, the service writer, the person at the front who greets you. Those people, let me say it the nicest way possible. They believe they are the ones doing the hard work because they're the liaison between the mechanic and the customer. At Christmas time, they get hundreds of dollars of tips and gift cards and wine and everything. They don't share a single thing with us. Not a single thing. Whoops, got a typo. Array 5. I would be so hyped. I will literally move heaven and earth to serve my customer that brought me, like, literally a $2 coffee. Sometimes we had customers come in that owned bakeries. They would bring in like yesterday's like stales, like a box of them. God, I have never seen a customer's car be prioritized more than that. Print line, input array, whoop, 6. Okay, hopefully that works out. I'm gonna put a nice delay. Oh. That should be good. Would have expected more protection in Canada than the US. No, we do have more protection. Like, we have the right to refuse unsafe work. We generally, the labor laws here are a lot easier. There are just some jobs you can't do without injuring yourself. You can't do a physical labor job and have zero injuries. It just, it's that is like that is insane. Like, I don't know where you're from, but anywhere in the EU, the people are cutting their hands up underneath dashes. It's that simple. There are no gloves you can wear that give you the tactility you need and will protect you from cutting yourself underneath the dash. It's just not it's just not a thing. How's it going, JB? So I don't know how you went from that to thinking we have no protections. Yeah, been there, done that. Changed out heater cores. Have pictures of vehicles completely stripped down to the insulation. Been there, done that. No, EU cars are not built a bit better because people at the Audi dealership with made in Europe cars they deal with the same shit as I do. And I worked on Japanese cars. This is from a Japanese car. The amp is from a Japanese car, which quality-wise, way higher quality than European vehicles, and razor sharp. It's just part of the deal. I'm sorry, but it is. I dare you to change a blower. Okay. Jackie, there's no way I can sneak my hands into a pocket underneath a dash with a 6mm bolt in TIG welding gloves and be able to feel my way in. I've done this for over 20 years. You can criticize me all you want on my electronics knowledge because I am still learning that. I am a certified master mechanic. I don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to hear about it from someone who doesn't work in the industry. You guys are just, you need to inform yourselves. Even an AI has better takes. And honestly, it's, and I'm not berating you guys, but if you genuinely think that a mechanic can be injury-free and still make a living, like work for 20 years and not get injuries ever, this is the reason why mechanics are not respected. It's because of thoughts like that. It's because I challenge you to go work in a repair shop. And that's exactly why, another reason why I don't want to be in the trade anymore, is because of those kinds of pervasive thoughts. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of shit mechanics. There are a lot of shit mechanics. So I understand that part too. But that's not it. Can't lean over under a hood anymore. Back and hips, knees can't do it. if you think European mechanics are free of injuries, let's go Germany. Stats on workplace injuries per 1,000 in Germany for mechanics. Here we go. Non-fatal occupational accidents in 2022, 2,100 men per 100,000 employed. Manual occupations, which include mechanics, have an injury rate, this is in Germany, over 5 times higher than the national average, with a 12-month prevalence of occupational injuries at 5.12 times higher odds compared to other professions. Reported that in 2023, 783,426 reportable accidents at work happened, with 184,355 commuting accidents, but specific breakdowns of mechanics not publicly available. What's wrong? I thought the EU was safe to work at. I thought you guys had rights and stuff, or whatever you were saying. You know what I mean? Think of the injuries that don't get reported. Yep. Never went. No, yeah, me too. I went to the hospital for this one because I had a severed. This thing was severed, but like soft tissue injuries, like back pain, forget it. And I guess in the States it's even worse because you guys have to pay for your hospital visits. I don't pay shit. There's just yesterday I was reading on Reddit. There was a young girl who got a piercing on her lip, and it's swollen and infected, and her parents they refused to bring her to the hospital because they can't afford to, and so they told her she has to deal with it herself. It's like, Jesus Christ. You know, I had a colleague stand up too fast when he was working on an engine that was dropped out of a car, and he knocked his head into the corner of the hoist leg, and he knocked himself out cold. This is not something you can prevent. There we go. You guys can see it. Alrighty. So there we go. So again, this is a C6. So this is going to be a little bit different to what we're going to end up with, which is a C3. But I think the C3 is plenty good enough. Uh-huh. Must be a Canadian thing, yeah. Must be. I guess can't knock yourself out if there's nothing in your head. We need the diagram. C6 pin out. All right, 5-volt ground 3V3. We're going to need this. I'm going to plug her in. We're going to see what the monitor says. Perfect. Okay, so we are reading. Let me see if I can. Window capture. See Arduino IDE. Okay, let's transform that. Edit transform. Gonna crop the top. Oops. Okay, that should be good. There we go. So I should be able to affect the readings just by pressing on this. So ESP32 is a 3.3 volt device. So let's grab the 3.3 volt, which is a third pin over on this side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, third pin over. And now we just need to connect up to the things and we'll see if this functions. So we declared, check here, pins 0, 1 for the analog. So we're going to pull up. Yeah, so here we go. So we have, so as you can see, joystick X is up now, 3000. Y to 3000. Okay, and then we have pins 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we got 6 is down here. So I do need to pull something to ground here. Let's go ground. So the sense is not working. Ground is pin 2. So the sense pin is definitely not working. Click is 10. So pin 10 is under the 3v3. Okay, and then click is not working. Oops. My Arduino is extremely cool. Thank you. Love the Uno R3. I think that's the best board Arduino has made yet. I am slowly but surely moving away from Arduino. I think the RP2040s are much more impressive. Pin modes. Okay, Joy Click is not a pull-up. So that makes sense. Let me just gonna switch Joy Click to an input pull-up. Don't know if I need to put the ESP in boot mode. I don't. This is actually really cool. Okay, so now the click, you see the click is at 1. So if we ground it, why is that not? That should, let's confirm that this wire is not shit, first and foremost. So this to D10, which should be see, they're all 1. Joy Click. Joy Click input pull-up. Okay, I don't know if I need a stabilizing delay. Joy Click, Joy Click, Joy Click. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Bumper, bumper, bumper. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to add a delay. Maybe we're asking it to do things too fast. upload this. I have to say the Zhao is nice because I don't have to put it into bootloader mode. Has a nice bootloader on it. Wonder if you can flash this bootloader. So it's still reading high. Okay, so the click is array 2. Array 2. What? I don't understand why I need a scope here. There's a physical wire pulling it to ground. Like, this is, like, I'm not doing any fast signaling here. I literally have a physical wire pulling it to ground. So that wire, this pin should now be at ground, and we can confirm that. So if we grab a voltage, so if we go here, so there should be 0 volts on that pin. We have 0 volts. No volts. So that pin right now is reading ground. So my only thing is, I'm not sure if my array is properly grabbing because it's an int array. Okay, let's so because this is an int array, does it not? It should translate from true false to 0 1. If not, that is the shittiest part of the language I have ever heard. If I do this, will a 1 be stored in index 2 if high and 0 if low? Or can you not read high low into an int array in Arduino? Okay, high and low nicknames for 0 and 1. Oh, what? Yeah, 0 mean pressed. Okay, yes, this is correct. I have pin 10 pulled hard to ground using a jumper, and it just reads 1 at all times. Okay, so it's telling me it should work. I am using Zhao C6. And it still is messed up. Okay, let me see if I... Oops. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Let's check the other pins. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Nothing's working but the analog pin. See, analog's at 0. Analog's at 0. Oh, you motherfucker. On the Zhao, the pin label D10 on the silk screen is actually GPIO 18. Are you kidding me? Chip pin. Ugh. A0, A1, D10, D, 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 D. So the library must internally do a string replace. Okay, let's see. Wow, well, good thing it burned me now, because that would have burned me later and really sucked. Okay, let's check. Yeah, joystick click, you see now it's 0. Okay, next. This is the mod button, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Bumper button. Trigger button. Then joystick click is this one. No, sense pin. Okay, so that works. Jesus Christ, was that so difficult? Apparently, yes. Okay. Screen. All microcontrollers use those pin designations, and I never ran into the problem once. Why this one specifically? I guess the library does a string replace on my like D10 and replaces it with 18. I hate abstractions. Really, really, really hate abstractions. Some pins, specifically D3 through 10, can behave strangely with the internal pull-ups. They aren't initialized in a very specific order. I am about to design the PCB. If you're telling me I have to put external pull-ups, I will have to swap boards. I just spent 75 bucks on boards. Yeah. Low download mode, yep. I ordered C3 Xiao boards. Are those better? Okay. C6 has 11 digital pins. Has 11 digital pins. D4 and 5 hardware I2C. We're not using those. 8, 9, 10, we are using those. Hardware SPI. Strapping pin, so yeah, don't pull low. So that's good. Okay, so that's good. So we're good. We can design the PCB, but probably need to design the physical layout first, which means FreeCAD, which means hold on to your horses because it's going to be a rough ride for sure. Designing something ergonomic in FreeCAD. Not exactly the duck's guts. Okay, so that's working. We can get rid of this. So here's the deal, my dears. I would like to use one of these. So the whole reason of the Xiao is that it has a battery connector. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Well, maybe not. Can't get close enough to the camera. So right down there, it says bat, plus minus, minus plus. So it has a battery connector, which means that we can use this with this. Only thing is, this is not protected. So if it will go too low. I don't think this has protection built in. We could check. I don't see any chips, actually. So maybe it's underneath the shield. Let's go look at the documentation. Or I'll go specifically look at the documentation for the C3. C3. Okay, that's not Xiao. C3. Wiki and Learn. C3 Wiki. Okay, so battery. And battery charge and discharge management. You can refer to the following diagram for the wiring method. Yes, thanks. Plus minus. But this one has a protection circuit in it. Xiao has circuit protection. Okay. Okay, deep sleep. Okay, so there isn't much here. I see the Xiao C3 has a battery charge. I see. Does it have over discharge protection built in? Not much info in the wiki. Does not have built-in over discharge protection. Yeah. No. This is false, according to the wiki. And you shouldn't spread falsehoods. Running to a chocolate factory later this morning. Very nice. We used to have one in Smiths Falls. It was the Hershey factory there. Do I want to add a DW01? It's a DW01, and what did it say? Screw off. There's literally a package of the pair of them. Could order this, probably going to be $2. The thing is, it's not going to be free shipping unless I get, yeah, it costs $1.74. Oh, wait, sorry, $1.87. But the problem is I need to get above $10 for free shipping. I kind of don't want to buy these. If I get into this, so in the end I need a second PCB. This is what I'm getting at. Which I don't want to do. I could get the PCBs. Screw off. Block element. Block it. Block element. Block it. I'm like breaking this site until I can't use it anymore. So now it's just always in dim mode. But I could still use the site. Oh, here we go. Okay. So 18650 protection. No, bundle deals. Again, I'm not signed in here, so if there's sex toys on screen, you're just going to have to deal with it. I want to block this. Block element. The whole shaded part. Block it. Can't. Whatever. Can still use the site, so. Oh, I can't scroll. Okay, I feel like I blocked it to the point where I can't use it anymore. Brave VPN, wallet. How do I unblock? How do I unblock elements? S things are hidden in AliExpress. I don't know what S things means. In Brave, I used block elements to remove a stupid website pop-up. And now I blocked too many elements. The site is not usable. How do I revert it? Okay. Filter list, bottom of the panel. So Brave Shield. Oh, here. There we go. Fixed. How would you know? Yeah, screw you. Shields are up. Break everything. What's this? Why? I don't want to... Hang on. Hang on. I might have a solution here. So I think I do have protected cells. But they are very crappy. Oh my god. Like that catch? So used to stuff sliding off my desk. I guess I could put these away. The shadows thing on top of the pages is what... Yeah, I don't know how to deal with that. So these, I believe, are protected. Actually, I don't think they are. They are so light, though, they definitely don't have much energy density. These are protected. But like 4,000 milliamp hours, and I read 962, and that was back then. Now it's going to be less. I need to deal with these cells. So many cells. This one has a dead cell. But I want to use these, because these are actually good cells. This one. Sadly, like, these protected ones, they suck. Oh, this one actually has 1,300 milliamp hours. That's reasonable. like my custom battery I had to make. Okay. How's it going, Zechariah 369 N4S? I guess we're buying DW01s and whatever the other thing was. The MOSFET. This project is just spiraling out of control. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to order any. No. No, screw that. I'm just going to extract them. I already have working charge boards. I'm just gonna steal them off this. I have tons. I don't need to order anything. Yes, I'm designing a PCB either way. So I'm just gonna steal it off. So there's the DW01, DW01, DW. Where I used to have a magnifying glass. So there's the MOSFET down there, and the DW01 is on the side there. All I need to do is I'm going to extract them, and I don't think the circuitry is very complicated. Let's go find a DW01 typical circuit. DW01 typical circuit. Oh, look. Typical application circuit. Is this written in croc clips? These are motors, right? No, MOSFET. Okay, so two MOSFETs with clamping diodes, like, what are these called again? Bootstrap diodes, clamping diodes. Then you've got a resistor to the negative, resistor to the positive, and then a cap. TD seems to be connected to nothing. So that's it. That's a very simple circuit. I need two resistors and a capacitor, and then the MOSFET, which I'm going to steal from there. Perfect. We are doing it. Okay. So next is we're going to have to do some FreeCAD work, which I apologize, but that is not going to be fun. Not for me, not for you, not for anyone. Do I have, go new, and I'm going to save 3D projects. We still don't have a name for the project. Okay. What primitive shape to start with for a handle that fits your hand well? Oh, knife handles. That should be good. Okay, what do we got? Okay. Second example, favors a strong grip. Is the peak near the peak of biomechanical advantage? Grip strength might be a little improved from the second example. Yeah, okay, good. Okay. Finger groove, B. Fair. Okay, so like a rounded top. So you want to get like a rounded top. We need to fit an 18650 in it though. Okay. Rounded or oval shape, yeah. Oval handle with a diameter between 30 to 50 mils. Ideal for a power grip. Okay, let's try like a let's print some stuff and see what gives. Oh, hold on a sec. A second here. All right, back. Guess who's back with a brand new snack? Okay, so let's I'll be like 15, 20 minutes. Just trying to plan out my my coffee this morning. Okay, so let's go to a new body, rename handle. So let's do XY plane. Is there an oval? Yeah. Okay, so we want around. Let's go around 40 mil on this side. 90 degrees. Okay. Enter. We're gonna go like a light. Oh, that's no. This should have been 20. Didn't realize it was half. Uh, 35 by 2. Is my oval's not straight? Okay, you there. Okay, how tall is my hand? That's not what I was looking for. Let's go 100. I also have to check what's in the printer. Let me go do that now, actually. So the idea is we're going to send this to the printer. We're going to check how it feels. Oh, ASA is in the printer. Great. Okay. We're going to have to remove the ASA from the printer. And then we're going to finish the modeling. Just going to wait till the 3D printer boots up, and then I'm going to send it to remove itself. This extruder 270 unload. Okay, you have fun doing that while I finish my design. Okay. Let me grab an offset line, fully constrained. Offset line. No valid geometries. I don't know if you're joking. No valid geometries. So you can't make? Okay. Okay, that's kind of silly, isn't it? Why did it just disappear? Distance between here and here. 2 millimeters. Distance between here and here. 2 millimeters. Why is this under constraint? This doesn't move. You know what? I don't care. Extrude 100. Okay. So this will be my cylinder. And then we can like taper it and stuff after. For now, I just want to see. All right, also I need to go swap the filament. Okay, we're gonna go like 230 to load. By the way, the Centauri Carbon works absolutely fantastic for ASA, in case you're wondering. I really wish they would have sent me this, because I have so many nice things to say. Wow, I have run so much filament through this machine that the spool is getting damaged. The spool holder is like wearing out. I'm actually going to check in a moment if I could check the print hours on it. Because I think I can. Just waiting for it to load. Ow. Just hit my head on my camera mount. Whew, smells like ASA like crazy in there. I have to replace the carbon in the carbon filter. I have to say I would like a higher wattage heat bed and nozzle. But it just is what it is, you know? And also it's asking me if the purge of the nozzle is complete, but you can absolutely not see it. Completed. I'm gonna shut that because it smells like butthole. Info. 217 hours of print time. That's quite a bit. All right, coming back. Guess who's back with a brand new snack? I wish. Still losing weight, by the way. All right, send you over here. File, export. Export. Nunchaku. Open the Elegoo slicer. Open my file explorer. Go to my secret spot. My other secret spot. Open the Nunchaku. Oh, no, don't want to update. Go away. PLA, Rapid PLA Plus. And then drop that into there. And we don't need strength. We'll go extra draft. Let's see what we get. Half an hour. It's not bad. It's going to take me like 15 minutes to take a break here. I'm going to export the G code. We're going to open the Elegoo that one. Okay, we're going to import the file. Open. Start print. Don't need the heated bed leveling. Send it. Okay, so you guys watch that. Let me know if there's a problem. But I have to be right back on break. Do you guys want audio? Hold on. I'm gonna get you guys some audio. Date modified. Audio. Where's the playlist? View playlist. Did a 36-hour print during the week. Took 42 hours and ran out of filament. Ooh, that sucks. I tend to want to wait up for it. All right, here goes. I'm back. What did I miss? So now you're printing plant labels instead. Got to do your part in supporting global warming microplastics. I think there's something to be said about a proper milling machine. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be able to afford a proper milling machine and the space to run it and the 480 volts they require. What is an improper milling machine? Probably like the desktop ones. I think that's what Jackie's talking about. Seems like, I don't know, Jackie, do you like work in manufacturing or you just have a cool machine at home? Because I'd love to have a cool machine at home. But I'll tell you, if I had a cool machine at home, I probably wouldn't be able to pay the mortgage that the machine is in. What do you do for a living, by the way? So I know Johnny is a coder, which is a bit reductive because Johnny does more than just coding. He runs his own business. What do you do for a living, Dirty Yankee and Jackie and ITT? What do you folks do? Very curious. There's definitely that proper machining thing. There's definitely a little bit of elitism in the machining field. People who love CNCs and stuff like that. You know, I should have checked this. The cylinder didn't have to be that high. Whatever. Your title is actually Supreme Commander. Isn't the Python person, you modify consumer grade machines for a living? That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, the Python creator was the benevolent dictator for life or something. But he gave up his title because the internet was very, very hard on him. There's like a walrus operator that became so controversial, the internet nerds couldn't handle it. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna put this into sport mode. See if you guys notice a difference, and we'll see if the completion time drops significantly. Okay, let's see. Home? Can I not change? Wi-Fi is on. Am I not allowed to put this thing in sport mode? The home screen is different now. I didn't update anything. Oh, here. Ludicrous speed. See if it'll accept it. Oh yeah, here it goes. It's a lot louder now. Give her. So the service finish is going to be decidedly worse. I'm not worried about that. Something is making an awful ticking noise though. I don't know what it is. It's like something plastic is breaking. That's what it sounds like. Whatever. whatever. So when you say you modify consumer grade machines, what do you mean? Consumer grade, what kind of machines? Ooh, I need to replace the I need to replace the brush. That wipes the nozzle. I'm a little concerned. Why is it making these disconcerting noises? It sounds like the cracking of plastics. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, how much time does it say we have left? 16 minutes. Not bad. I'm just gonna ignore the noise and hope nothing goes to shit. So I will say, like, building this controller is going to take a very long time, but the goal is gonna be to end up with the Wii Nunchuck style tooling machines, 3-phase VFD. Okay. So we are going to end up with something like this. The only thing is, this is like a complicated shape that I don't really know how to make in FreeCAD. So it may not be, like, the first ones may not be ergonomic, but it does seem like we can fit an 18650 cell just barely. So it might just be bigger than this. It's not going to be an easy task. But then again, like, this is comfortable in the hand too. Not that comfortable, but comfortable-ish. Can we fit an 18650 in it? Not too bad. Wonder how it would feel with a joystick, though. I might have to do a lot of the prototyping off stream, and eventually I'd like a version that is like a skeleton. I don't know if you guys seen those, like, ultralight mice, printables. Oops. Like, you see how it has holes? Like this. So you see how it has holes? Because I'm going to be using this on the treadmill, I would love to make it so that it's breathable. It has air passing, like this. So that is kind of like a design goal. I'm gonna have to follow a lot of what is it? Avocado? I forgot his name. Mango jelly. This guy. So definitely going to be a lot of that going on. But I looked for like controller. I looked for all sorts of like ergo designs. There isn't any. Do you guys know any, like anywhere that it's free? There's no like one hand controller design that is like useful to me. Maybe I'll ask AI. I am trying to design a Wii nunchuck style case for a one-handed controller in FreeCAD, but do you know of any existing designs I can download and 3D print? The PieChuck. Oh. I mean, that's close. This is very close. Looks very, very custom. Okay. That's a good start. The PieChuck. Is there like related models? Look at all these ads. Go away, ads. Okay, I see it's more leaning Pi than Chuck here. Okay. So what else? Oh yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Not quite what I'm looking for. I want a custom controller. Very cool though. I will never get to that point. Okay, next. Ooh. I keep hearing that weird plastic noise in the other room, and it's kind of scaring me. Well, it seems to be working nonetheless. We are 7 minutes from completion. Even if it were to fail now, folks, we're still good. I really don't know what that snapping noise is. It kind of worries me. BT remote. One hand Bluetooth remote. Let's try that. You lied. You lied to me. Oh, Cults 3D. Wait, hang on. Did I make this for nothing? Does this work on PC? So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want it to check the ergonomics. By the way, this is done. Let's go grab it. Because I think my design will be better. However, I really would like some guidance. Okay, let that cool. You know what? I may have stumbled on the correct size. How's it going, Franco? We may have just stumbled on the correct size. Gonna have to let it cool a little bit. This seems right for my hand. I have to say, this is a tough piece of plastic. So this seems pretty good for my hand. If we make a depression here, and if we taper this off here, that feels good to me. Plenty of space for an 18650 in there. Okay, so if the depression is here, oh yeah, wait, I just need these fingers. Okay, I can chop some off. I may want it a touch smaller. So a touch smaller. Let's see how this sits. Yeah, okay, not a depression. We make this a touch smaller, and then we have the rest of it come out of here. definitely want this a touch smaller. You're at the chocolate factory. Awesome. Can you send me some chocolate? Thanks. I can't eat it, but I can look at it. Yes, I can melt it a bit, but the problem is I want this to be reproducible. So I do want it to be 3D printed. Okay. I think that's good. But now, oh, you know, they put so much money into this, and this feels freaking amazing. I actually just want to turn this wireless, but it's not that easy. Especially since I can't even get into it right now. Yeah, I do, so I don't need two of them. I think the project is cooler with two of them. And they're going to be identical. So when I make one, I can just make two, and it's not a big deal. But I want it to be reproducible for people at home, which I know is not the play. I know lots of YouTubers make things work well enough for one session, but I am making stuff that I want. And then, okay, so let's drop this to 15. So taking 2.5 off the top. And then probably the depth, you go, yeah, 17.5. So we did shrink this quite a bit more. Should still fit an 18650. Can you please tell me what I need to do to frickin' dimension this properly? Oh. I see. There we go. Now it's stuck. Good. Close. Okay. So let's drop it in size to make it easier to print anyway. And let's see if 80 is appropriate. All right, let's gonna export this. Save, grab this guy, export. Okay, and then grab this guy. Prepare and delete this. Handle 2. Very nice. I need to make myself one of those, JB. I don't think it's that big of a pain in the butt. Especially since I have Claude. Export, G-code. Do you have to do any OAuth stuff, Johnny? You have to like get a Google API key? The OAuth stuff scares me a little bit. £5 off eBay for an on-air sign. Yeah, I would make my own. Because I'm a sucker for punishment. USB powered. Yeah, but the mechanics of it. Are you saying they come with the software that you can set to a user and you get it lights up when it goes online? So if it comes with that software. Use screen scraping for the live stream thing instead. Can you explain that? Can you explain that in terms that use Home Assistant? Can you explain just in big terms what that means? Like, does it ping this channel every 5 minutes to check to see if someone is online? Is that like the screen printing? By the way, once the print starts, we're gonna go put it into ludicrous mode again. And you know what? For something that printed in ludicrous mode, the print looks good. So this is in like the draftiest of draft settings. And I can just barely tell where the ludicrous mode was enabled. I think it was here. I did all of this. But like, even look, the top surface looks good. Just a little bit of ringing. Not bad at all. Okay, Python library for this. But that's something you made, right? Hang on, let me check what mode this is in. Balanced mode. What are we? Z height 136. I'm gonna go turn it into ludicrous mode. Check here, see if it changes. Give me a second. Let's go ludicrous this. I'm getting fairly good at Python, I have to say. I used to complain about how much Python sucks, but now I complain about how C++ sucks, so that you can tell I'm improving my Python. There we go. It's on ludicrous mode. Oh, Claude wrote the code. That's nice. That's very nice. That is very, very nice. Let me grab my coffee with me. All right, it's on ludicrous mode. Get back, Emmer Effer, I don't know you like that. Okay, copy link address. Go to site. YouTube channels for live and upcoming stream events. So do you have to go at Home Assistant? Output is JSON, okay. Show only streams from a specific date onwards. From YouTube Live Scraper, import get upcoming streams. For stream in streams, yeah, stupid Python notation. Freaking hate it. For stream in streams, print stream. Check if a stream is live. Import is stream live. Okay, this is the strings that are going to be put out by that. Stream is live. Enjoy your nap. I'll probably be gone by the time you're back. Upcoming stream. Ugh. Object contains. So upcoming stream. get upcoming streams. That's a getter function. I don't see the upcoming streams, but whatever. Channel display name, thumbnail URL, video ID, stream title, scheduled start in datetime format. Yeah, this is a Python format, isn't it? And UTC, URL, thumbnail URL, streams thumbnail, live, true if live is currently live. Pip install e.dev. I still don't know what PyTest is for. I know it's for testing, but I don't know what that means. All right, let's see. Docs, API. I don't know what an RST is. Talk tree, max depth 4. Don't know. Yeah, this is where you lose me. Okay, okay. Oh, look. Okay. You, did you have to credit Claude? I don't plan on crediting Claude. Source configuration. I don't know what a Sphinx documentation builder is. I don't know what's going on here. Index.rst. Don't know what that means. Where do I read the actual code? Source? No, I read that. This one? Okay. Init from .scraper import get upcoming streams is live. Yeah. All, yeah. Okay. That's for your import thing. From future import annotations. Import. Can we just not? Thanks. Def main. Don't know what this means. Yeah, you're losing me a little bit here. Scraper.py. That's Calliope. Okay, from future import annotations. Import JSON, yeah. You know, like a JSON and a Python dictionary are almost the exact same format. It's like so close to being able to natively use JSON. Import re, sure. From data classes, import data class. From datetime, import datetime, time zone, import requests. This is, I know this means it's a private variable. Don't know what any of this means. Don't know what this means. Don't know what this means. This is a decorator. I'm here in my learning. You hate GitHub. Yes. I know. So, you know how I was saying, oh, you probably weren't here. There's a little bit of snobbery in the machining world. There is so much snobbery in the coding world that the main website for helping coders, which is called Stack Overflow, as soon as AI gained popularity, Stack Overflow now is like going to be bankrupt. This is nice though. This is very nice. Some documentation. Stream will end before you wake up. Well, I hope you sleep well. How about that? So yeah, people would rather have inaccurate information than be berated by the people on Stack Overflow. And honestly, I don't blame them. Stack Overflow people are some of the most toxic crap. Hang on, I have a message from an AliExpress vendor. They're probably telling me that they can't fulfill the order. I don't know what the hell is going on. This isn't working. Yeah, again, these decorators not quite understanding. Copy link address. Paste and go to site. Did you have Claude make this too? Also, you didn't, thought it was fun, so you did let Claude check in his code. Oh, okay. Okay, AliExpress is borked. This is bad. What is going on? First of all, this is a very bad UI. Like, very bad. Aren't you a web developer? And having everything collapsed? Can I work on your documentation for you? This is not a good experience. So where is this linked? Is this linked somewhere? If I go to the main... Oh yeah, here it is. I think coders and artists need to get together. UI, UX people and back-end people need to become friendly. Let's see where the 3D print is at. 10 minutes left. Look, you can see here where the Ludicrous went. It didn't adjust the temperature. Okay, here, I'm gonna adjust the temperature up 10 degrees. Hey, 230, modify. So we'll see if the increased temperature helps. Hey, modify. It won't let me. Let me go mod this on the actual screen. I will take administrator control of my printer. Thank you very much. So that basically tells you that the melt zone is too small. Okay, I set it to 230. So let's see if it now, yes, it's going up. So now we'll see the temperature rise. What is making that cracking noise? Yeah, the printers. Everything in this workshop rebels against me. even me. Okay, so now we're at the higher temp. So we'll see if there's a band of stuff going on. What's our Z height right now? We're on layer 248 out of 286. So yeah, we are very nearly done. If you want stats for the room, it is 15.7 degrees C, 43% relative humidity. That's right up against the concrete wall though. This machine is just chomping at the filament. I've never seen a spool spin so fast. I really don't know what's making that noise. It honestly, if I were to guess, it's like a PLA print having its layers split apart. That's what it sounds like to me. We are at layer 270, nearly there. Very disconcerted. Gotta be careful how I move wires around here because I've got the air filter in there and its wires are just dangling about. Only 3 more layers left. 2 layers left. Just doing the last layer and then we are done. 20.8 C and the front door has been open all day. Well, good for you. Today the high is going to be +3. Alright, I can take off this filament. Grab this bish. Oh, it smells in there. I need to change the carbon. Oh, this is better. This is my shape, folks. We got the shape. This is definitely the shape I want. Inside the chocolate factory, can't take pictures there. They're making chocolate covered strawberries. Very nice. So, just to show you the difference here, this is the old print. Okay, it's a little bit shorter too. This is the play. So this is the play. I can taper it down a little bit here. Still comfortably fit an 18650 in here. So that's good. I think this is the shape. So we're going to see if we can taper, like probably from here on. We're going to try to taper that in to a point. And then we are going to make like a flare. Like this can't be a hard corner. So we're going to have to sort of taper it in. And then does the module fit? What, the micro? The micro is like, micro is tiny. Or do you mean this module? This module, we're going to desolder the components from it. I think the main PCB will be up here. And the USB will be off to the side here. But this is what I think this is what we're doing. I just have to find a way to print this in 2 pieces. So we're going to taper this down, shave the corner in a little bit. And then we need to like locate this somewhere. Like I just wonder if I put something like flat there, like if my hand rests on a flat surface, is that going to be okay? So we could add a disc here to check. But I think I like this shape. This is good. I will have also a lanyard to put it around my wrist so you can let it go and it'll be fine. I'm telling you, I am promising you that the first revision will not be the end-all be-all. But I'm going to do it. It's going to work. It's going to be functional. And then hopefully the community makes a modification. If not, I'll figure out something, essentially. So I think that is it for today's episode. I think we are done. So Lockwatcher, enjoy your chocolate factory visit. Everyone else, thank you all for being here. You guys are the best. And I will probably be back tomorrow. Today I have to work on my car. So not happy about that, but it is what it is. So if I don't get injured today, then I should be here tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one. Appreciate you all for watching. See ya.